all the money spent by government. And the group chief executive officer of NNPC, Bayo Ojulari, revealed on X that partners are required to help. He says the move is to ensure the refineries operate effectively. And I keep trying to picture it. If we have Dangote, which we obviously already have, the 3 refineries, Port Harcourt, Warwick, Kaduna, and this Boaz refinery they claim is coming on, with as many, because I'm sure the industry will open up to many investors. It's not too much to have a refinery in every geopolitical zone, right? It's something we can pull off. Oil is our thing. It wouldn't be too much. Of course, it will crash the prices if crude is supplied to those refineries. So that was the first headline. The second is that Senator Natasha invited Senate President Godswill Akpabio and other lawmakers to attend a project commissioning event in her state 2 months after returning from suspension. The Senate President read Akpotu Uduaga's invitation letter to the lawmakers. Of course, that was an open invitation saying if you want to go, you're very free to go. And he congratulated the lawmaker Natasha. The event is for Sunday, November the 2nd in Ihima, Kogi State, marking her 2nd anniversary in the Senate. And of course, a landmark of projects. I think I'd like to play that again so that we get a picture of that invitation. If you also feel like you want to go, if you're passing by that on Sunday, you find yourself in Kogi, you can just... Oh, now I remember, she didn't invite you. But just go. You know how it is with Nigeria. It's possible.
The commissioning and flag off of projects and constituency empowerment. This letter therefore serves as a formal invitation to you all to grace and participate in the activities marking my 2nd anniversary in office. The ceremony is scheduled as follows. Senator Natasha Akpoti Uduaga's residence, plot 101, Jimo Apoti Street, Ihima, Okehi, local government area of Kogi State, for Sunday, November 2, 2025, time 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The venue is accessible by air through Obajana, airstrip facility near Lokoja, and by road from Abuja. While I look forward to welcoming you, please accept the assurances of my highest regards. Yours truly, Senator Barrister Natasha H. Akpoti Uduaga. Congratulations in advance. Any petitions?
Okay. So that's the Senate President reading the invitation letter to his colleagues. You know, now that I think about it, could this be open to everyone? Because the letter was read at plenary, of course, on the floor of the House. But the media covered it, meaning that we all received the letter, if you think about it. Because if we're not supposed to be invited, then they will say, please, can all cameras, this is just for senators. But now I feel obligated to go. Because I heard the invitation. Anyways, that's just me thinking wild. All right, and Natasha said, I don't know if this is in response to people on social media or she just needed to clear the air, that her invitation to Senate President Godswill Akpabio and other lawmakers for commissioning a project is in line with legislative procedure. It's not personal. It is customary for announcements of such nature. So she wrote the letter to the Senate through the presiding officer, who's the Senate President, to read on the floor. I put out the invitation so it wouldn't seem like I was celebrating in isolation. I wanted my people to be there with me. I'm a progressive person, she says. Even with ongoing court cases, she had to add that, just so you don't think she's forgotten. I continue to carry out my duties in the chamber and follow proper procedures. But if I look for you on the 2nd of November, oh my goodness, because rice and stew, jollof rice, is also very plenty. I'm certain the caterers have been contracted, so the food will not waste. But that doesn't happen with Nigerian parties. Food never goes to waste. Finally, marketers warn petrol price could exceed 1,000 naira per liter as the president approves a 15% import tariff. And there's a group protesting that things are not done properly. Crude should be supplied to Dangote so that the prices can crash even further. So these are the headlines that made the big stories. I'll be taking your reactions right about now. The numbers are called 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0003. WhatsApp is 080 903 06416. Please turn off your radio as you call. Sam, the call of the present management of NNPC to privatize our refineries is absolute, not rocket science. It is driven by their inability to justify continuous bleeding of the nation's resources. My great mother does not need financial education to allow those that run the refineries to do so. Do you mean grandmother? Government plays as an investor. It gives them each to a core institutional to drive expertise and put them partly in the stock market for other non-players to own. All stakeholders will earn and it's a win-win, but rent takers will no longer enjoy years of exploitation. Sunday Ojejanu, thanks for sending that. Hello, Sam. Talking about Senator Natasha's invitation to a colleague for constituency project commissioning, I see it as a shame to the rest of the senators that someone who was on suspension for 6 months can still commission magnitude of projects, whereas we cannot see any such commissioning from the rest of them who have been in office uninterrupted, like we see from her. Little wonder how people love her so much. Regards, Andy from Rumuji. Andy, you make a point, but there are lots of things to consider. First of all, you don't know the magnitude of the projects, right? We did not hear that she built a university. Again, I'm not trying to invalidate what she did, but you can't tell the size and scale of that project. It could be big, it could be small. Secondly, it is possible that other senators have also executed projects and invited their colleagues. But because it's Natasha, and with the controversy surrounding her and the Senate president, this one made the news. So you kind of have to cover all angles before you judge other lawmakers. Jude calls from Omuma. Hello, Jude.
Yes, Sam.
Good evening.
I am very much interested in the invitation given Natasha has given to her colleague.
Okay.
To come and witness the commissioning of her project. What she has done for me is to tell her colleague that the constituency money or whatever given to them is for the people. In my senatorial district, Rivers East, the outgone senator spent about 16 years. He has nothing, no time. I'm still living. No time has any project been commissioned for that number of years, 16 years. And he made this so in other senatorial districts, particularly in River State.
Jude, are you sure? Not even one project? Are you certain?
I use the word maybe so.
Okay.
I'm not too sure, but I'm sure of my own senatorial district, River East. That's why I mentioned it. So it is a good thing that she has invited her colleague. It's not only the Senate, House of Rep, and the state assemblies. So they should use the money meant for the people, build or initiate projects in your senatorial district, in your local government, in whatever. So Natasha, I said congratulations. Other people should emulate her. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Jude. When I was asking, are you sure? I was asking about your constituency, actually. Chike Daniel from Imo Gate. Oh my, I've lost that call. Call back if you can. 0817-923-0002. Good afternoon, Sam. We are into Jamboree again. This time, the NNPC is talking about partnership with the Dangote refinery. Nope, it said it's looking for partners. It did not mention Dangote. Sam, the NNPC is about to suck our nation's hard-earned resources in the guise of partnership. The same NNPC had still not been able to account for billions of naira missing. Where Serap has already instituted the legal suit dragging NNPC to court over the missing funds. That's from Pastor Sunday from Rumuji. All right, thank you, Pastor Sunday. Good day, Mr. Sam Oracle. Good day to you too. The invitation of the Senate President and other senators by Senator Natasha for her project commissioning in Kogi is highly commendable. Let other senators emulate Senator Natasha's developmental strides, Wanete Clinton West says. I have to admit, there is a bit of a flex, right? If Natasha has actually outperformed some senators in that house, you kind of have to ask questions. Because we know that she was suspended for 6 months. It was clearly stated that she would be deprived of the privileges of being a senator. She wasn't allowed to come anywhere close to the house. She was kind of stripped, if you think about it. So in 2 years, for 6 months, she could not function. And then she invites others who have been there possibly longer to come and see what I've done with the little time I have. My goodness, that is something. And I would really like to know what projects they commissioned. I'll be very interested in seeing exactly what she did for her people. Kingsley calls from Rumudara. Hello, Kingsley.
Thank you, Mr. Sam.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Based on what the invitation from Natasha to the lawmakers and Senate presidents, for me, if I were to advise her, but I think Abadi should not attend to that thing. We should wish him, or should send the representative to the event, because he's going to raise an eyebrow, honestly speaking. I believe that he might be able to speak based on the project. You know, I believe that Natasha, Senator Natasha, she has this kind of charisma. I mean, if she wants to talk, she has this egocentric attitude and stuff like that. I believe that her speech that day will link to that issue we have with the Senate President. And another thing is the NNPC trying to look for partnership. For me, I think if I may ask, Mr. Sam, what is the federal government doing based on the money they have? I mean, all this money they have spent in rehabilitation of